People consider me to be Afrocentric because of the topics of a lot of the videos that I make. I am absolutely not Afrocentric. I am truth-centric when I talk about history. I am truth-centric when I talk about anything. And I'm going to be truth-centric when I discuss this subject here. Both of these women are beautiful. If you want to judge the two, which of the two is more beautiful in my humble opinion? The black woman is clearly more beautiful to me. But the white woman has a slightly better body. But they are both beautiful. They are both probably at the same level of beauty. If I was single, I would go out with either one of them. I would choose the black one first because that is my preference. But if you put this white girl next to a less attractive black girl, I might choose the white girl. I have dated quite a number of white girls. I've dated Asian girls, I've dated Latino girls, I've dated black girls, I've dated girls that were red bone, light, bright, damn near white, as well as those that actually were white. Unfortunately, I've never dated an African woman. But if I had have had the opportunity when I was single and dating as heavily as I did, I would have loved to have dated a woman from Africa who spoke an African language. Because I love exotic women, and in order for me to be attracted, generally speaking, to a white woman, she has to be exotic. And most of them are not. So generally, I'm really not attracted to white women. But if I find one that is exotic or unique, this one is attractive. She's not necessarily exotic, but she's very cute. The black one, I would like to see her add another 10 or 15 pounds to her frame. She would look better. The white one, like to see her tone up a little bit. But like I said, I'm just giving you my opinions. And I'm doing this for a very important reason. Let's move on. Because what we're going to do now is look at a lot of very dark-skinned women who are beautiful. And like I said, there is a reason that I feel I need to do this. Is a very dark chocolate woman. Very exotic. Black African features. Very attractive. Another chocolate woman with a nice, full, black lips, beautiful, gorgeous eyes, excellent skin tone, perfect nose, just gorgeous to look at. I love this picture here. It's difficult to tell what this woman's complexion would be like in normal lighting. She looked very, very black in this picture compared to some of the other pictures we're going to be looking at. I don't know if she's really as black as she looks, but she is gorgeous, extremely beautiful. And one thing I love about black women is the lips. I am a lip man. I love beautiful eyes. And most of the women we're looking at have beautiful eyes. I love the fullness of a black woman's succulent, full lips. And I don't know, there's just something about this picture. It's just almost mesmerizing. Mesmerizing. Very beautiful woman. Here's another very beautiful black woman. Very dark-skinned chocolate sister. And this one, very cute, very sexy, dark chocolate, beautiful woman. Here's another. I mean, just look at this woman's lips. Just very, very sexy, very beautiful. The type of black woman lips that I absolutely love. I should have stuck in a picture of Angelina Jolie. In her day, that was one beautiful woman, and she's still attractive. But one of the things that really made Angela Jolie attractive is the fact that she had lips like a black woman. And by the way, people always talk about black women or black people being full black, even though most white people are not full white. And Angela Jolie is one of them. Angela Jolie is mixed. And that's actually the reason she is so beautiful and exotic. Anyway, let's move on from this one. Another gorgeous, sexy, beautiful black woman. And I love the look of her hair. And you black women, you really need to embrace your natural beauty because you have a unique beauty that no other women on this planet have, and you really need to embrace it. You don't need to look like anyone else. Unbeknownst to a lot of you black women, there are a lot of women that wish they could look like you, a black woman. Not that they want to look like a black woman, let me rephrase that, but there are certain looks that you have. And these lips are just, wow, very beautiful. And I just love the look on this picture right now. The hairstyle that she's wearing, just her own natural, puffy, curly hair. This woman right here is exquisite. Extraordinarily beautiful. In fact, this woman reminds me of a woman that I met quite a number of years ago. It was before I got married. I've been married for about 8 years. And I was in a supermarket. And I saw this woman. She looked a lot like this woman, only better. Her hair was very similar to this woman, but it was a bit more silky. And her skin was very, very black. She was very dark skinned. Darker than this woman in this picture. Quite a bit darker. And I was with my son. My son, I think, was probably about 4 years old. 4 or 5. No, he wasn't 4 or 5. Let me see. He had to have been, maybe he was 3. I don't know. I know that he was in I think he was in the shopping basket. It was so long ago. But anyway, I saw this woman on one side of the supermarket. I was on the other side. I made my way across the supermarket and I approached this woman and I said, "Excuse me." She said, "Yes." I said, "I saw you from way over there on the other side of the supermarket. I could not help but notice you. And I'm shopping on the other side, actually. But I came all the way over here just to tell you that you are so beautiful. You're just, you're just incredibly gorgeous. And I just had to tell you that because you deserve that compliment," something like that. And I turned to walk away. And believe me, that was not game. I was not trying to mac on her. Even though I was single and I did date a lot of women, I picked up women, that type of thing. In fact, I probably put out one of the first ebooks on the internet on picking up women. It was called, it was years and years ago before most people knew about the internet, and it was primarily geeks on there who, a lot of them had no game whatsoever. And one of the things that they were really did talk about a lot was meeting girls. And so that was a long time ago. And if anybody think that anyway, I don't want to get into all that. But the bottom line is I was not trying to pick this woman up or meet her or anything else. I just wanted to pay her a compliment. I still do that, even though I'm married. I pay women compliments. I pay people compliments. And it's sincere. I have no hidden agenda or anything like that. I turned to walk away and she stopped me, and make a long story short, she gave me her telephone number. She initiated that. And I took hers. And the main reason she gave me the number was because she was involved in business, and she said I seemed very intelligent, etc. And we ended up hooking up the next day. She wanted me to go to a business meeting with her. She was actually involved in a multi-level business, and she was trying to recruit me. No problem. But we did end up dating and seeing each other. And the reason I'm talking about that is because she was a very dark-skinned woman, and her and I went to another event at one point, and it was a workshop dealing with credit. Now, the speaker that was hosting the workshop and doing the presentation was a white guy. Most of the people there were white. This is in California, and there was probably about 300 people there. When her and I walked into the room, the speaker who had the mic, he stopped talking. He looked at us when we walked in. He focused on her, and he said, "Wow, that is one beautiful woman right there." The entire room turned around to look at us and mainly look at her because that's what they were talking about, not me. And you could tell by the expression on the faces of both the men and the women, most of them white, Latino, Asian, and black, of course, that they all acknowledged the fact that they understood why he was so distracted that he actually interrupted his own presentation to comment on this woman's beautiful because she looked like a supermodel. I'm telling you, she got my attention. That's why I walked over to her to compliment her, and that's how I ended up meeting her, even though I wasn't trying to. And long story short, well, it's actually a short story anyway. The presenter, he then asked me, he said, "Hey, do you have good credit?" Because the whole presentation was about establishing corporations and establishing corporate credit. And when he asked me, "Do you have good credit?" I said no, because I didn't. I did not have good credit at the time. I do now, but I didn't then. And he didn't say anything else. He went back to his presentation. Had I said that I had good credit, he probably would have said something like, "You see there, guys, if you get good credit, the way I'm trying to teach you, you can probably get a woman like that, or possibly get a woman like that." Of course, everybody would have understood it was a joke. You don't know how I got her, but I did get her. But that's not the point. It's not about me. It's not about me getting her. It's about the fact that everybody, you dark-skinned women, listen to what I'm trying to tell you here. Because that's where most of the issue lies. That's where most of the pain is. Light-skinned girls don't have that problem. They have other problems, but not about that insecurity. And you blame it on society, but it's not society's fault. You need to filter out the BS and the noise and listen to the truth. And I'm going to say something. I'm not going to try to be overly patronizing where I try to be positive all the time and disingenuous. I have too much respect for other people to lie to them or to be disingenuous just to make people feel better and to placate their ego or to be patronizing. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to be brutally honest. Okay? She was extraordinarily beautiful, and she was very, very dark, very, very black. And everybody could not help but acknowledge how beautiful she was. And this woman right here, out of all the images I have, is the closest one to how that woman looked. But this woman does not look as good as this woman did, the one I'm talking about. She was from Trinidad. She was Trinidadian, had an accent, just a beautiful person, beautiful woman. And everybody acknowledged how beautiful she was. Any place we went. And I was not the only one or the first one or the last one to approach her and go out of their way to approach her just to tell her how gorgeous she was. Here's another beautiful black woman. And by the way, I would love to elevate a person's self-esteem that needs to be elevated, but I'm not going to do it by being patronizing. Because to me, being patronizing is condescending because it's an insult to your intelligence, because in order to be patronizing, I've got to assume you're not smart enough to know that that's what I am doing. I don't want dark-skinned women that are unattractive to look at this video and listen to my words and then convince yourself that you're beautiful too. I'm going to say some things that people typically will not say, but they need to be said. And that is that not all women are beautiful. Not all dark-skinned women are beautiful. In fact, most dark-skinned women are not beautiful. Don't feel bad about that. Most light-skinned women are not beautiful. Contrary to popular belief, most mixed women are not beautiful. Most white women are not beautiful. Most Asian women are not beautiful. The word beautiful exists for a reason. There are different levels of beauty. So when I use the word beautiful, I'm talking about the highest possible level of beauty. Average is not beautiful. The average woman, whatever she is not beautiful. If you're average, you're not beautiful. If you're beautiful, you're not average. And elevate your self-esteem based upon the truth. And if you're not as beautiful as the women I'm talking about, if you're not the type of woman that gets the type of attention of the woman from Trinidad I was just talking about, so what? Your whole self-image and self-esteem should not be based on something as superficial as your looks, your appearance, your beauty or lack thereof. It is not the most important thing in the world. It's really not. Is another very attractive, dark-skinned black woman. Here's that same supermodel-looking black woman again. Can't get enough of that. Here are three sexy, dark chocolate, black women. Now, most of